Hey everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY and on today's video tutorial, I'm excited to show you how you can make all these different kinds of wood beaded napkin rings. I'm thinking about all the upcoming holidays that we'll be having, the opportunities for you to set a pretty table, whether it's dressy or casual. And so I just want to show you 3 quick, super easy ways to make your own beaded napkin rings. Super affordable too. So I think we'll start out with the easiest one, which, you know, I'm totally loving these wood beads. When I'm all finished, I will put a link, the very first comment, a link to the company where I bought mine on Amazon. I think I got 300 of them for $14, and so they weren't expensive and they're pretty darn nice quality, but you can buy them everywhere, and maybe you have a better source. I don't know. They're kind of all the same. The ones I got had 3 different sizes, and that was nice. You can also use colored or painted ones, but what has started me on this kick with these wood beads were the projects that I did earlier this week, like this one, where we made these little tags, these little wood tags with garlands that were made out of beads. And I just wanted to remind you that if you want to decorate your beads, you can paint them, or you can even use a Sharpie like I did with this one. And you can do all kinds of tassels with them too. So that was one that I wanted to show you, and here's another one. Okay, let me put those aside. And you can get as creative as you want or not. Anyways, so as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle. And hey, did you guys notice my t-shirt? This was what we made yesterday, later in the day. And it says, "In a field of roses, she is a sunflower." And initially, when I did this live, I put just the black on the words on the outside of the sunflower, and then I did the inside part here in white. And then I didn't really like how it looked. It looked kind of messy. So all I did was wash and dry my stencil, lay it back on top. It's just a little bit off skew, which kind of gives it some dimension. And I added the black right here. And so you can see a little bit of black, and you can see the black and little bits of white poking out. Anyways, I thought it turned out pretty cute for a $5 t-shirt from Target. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the easiest ones. And that is going to be this style right here. And there's lots of different ways that you can make them. You can make them with these little pieces of leather, or you can make them with any kind of jute, any kind of yarn, I mean, whatever you want. And the thing with these is they're like those bracelets that you can pull the ends and tighten them up. So let me show you how we make these. And you can do just 1 bead or 3. Let me open this one up and take it off. And of course you can make them in the colors and styles that go with what your decor is or what your table's gonna look like. Can you guys see that? They're super easy. So let me actually show you step by step how to do that. And I'm gonna put my camera down, and let's use some colored beads, okay? Let's use a blue and a couple of whites. These were off of something that I don't even remember where I bought these. They may have been off of something that I decided to cut up and use individually, or I may have bought these beads at Hobby Lobby. I don't know. And sometimes they'll have these kind of not super open holes, and you can fix that. You can make them a little wider just by putting your scissors in them and twisting it. So I want to show you what the leather that I used on that first one looks like. Okay, I purchased a long time ago, these two different leather packages, I think they came from Hobby Lobby, but I wouldn't swear on that. They were not very expensive. Let's see. They were like $5 or $6 for a whole bunch of it. And you can pick a color that's going to go with your decor or whatever you would like. So let's just use some more of this brown right here. And you're going to want to start out, I think it was about 10 inches roughly. Okay, and they're going to have these little crinkles in them where they were folded. And if you just take a few minutes to work with them with your fingers, you can loosen that up so they don't have those bends. But for sake of time right now, I'm not going to do that. But anyways, you can see already how that's loosening up a little bit. Okay, so let's give us, how much do I have here? I'm going to say 10 inches should be sufficient. Okay. And then you can use different size beads. Like if you wanted to use a little one with a bigger one, or just one, or if you wanted to do like 2 small ones and a big one. Do you see that? It's just completely up to you what you want to do. And all you're going to do is you're going to put your cord, your leather, your jute. I love this waxed jute from Walmart. That's what I've been using the most of lately, this stuff. Looks like this. It's in the jewelry section. Anyway, so you're going to put, going one direction, your beads on, whether that's 1 or 3. Okay, you see that? Then going the other direction, you're going to take the other end and you're just going to push it through the beads one at a time. And this is where it's important that you don't have beads that have super teeny holes, because you'll never be able to get two threads of it. 2 plies of whatever you're using through the holes if they're really little. Okay, and this is basically what you get. And then when you pull it tight, it just tightens it up. So let me get this back out. Which way do I want to pull it? This way, I think. Okay, and what I'm trying to do is get enough of an end that you want to tie a knot in your leather. You know, I wonder if that was longer than 10 inches because this is seeming too short. It must have been. So let's just use 1 bead. Let me take this apart. So if you're using 3 beads, then maybe do 12 inches or 14 inches and not just... So, let's see. This is basically what you're going to do. And then you just want to tie the end of your leather in a little knot. I'm going to lift up the phone in just a second and see what your comments are. Let me just get this one done. I'm hoping you guys can see okay. I think so. Okay, we'll put this back on so I can show you how cute it could be. And it would be completely different depending on what, on what you used. See, look how cute that is. What do you guys think about that first one? Fun for the holidays, yes. Oh my gosh. So on this one, like I said, I used 3 beads and this thinner waxed jute that I love. That's in the it's in the jewelry section at the jewelry making section at Walmart. Okay, this is what that looks like on the napkin, and you can just pull it however tight you want. Or it could be just the one. Let me show you the one, this one. Pretty cute, huh? And these, I mean, they cost nothing. So, I mean, it might be a fun gift to make for a friend or family member if you picked up some pretty napkins that were kind of on the plainer side and made them, you know, 6 or 8 or 10 of these little super easy napkin rings. Okay, so that's the first style that is the easiest. The next easiest style looks like this. You know, I want to show you this one on a black napkin because it'll show off much better. Okay. I don't know, do people use cloth napkins anymore? We do. But I know not everyone does. That younger generation. Okay. So, here's the next style. This is basically 10 beads on a piece of jute, tied in a knot with 2 little hanging downies and smaller beads on them with knots at the end. And let's do that. I'll show you how to make that. So let's put this down. And again, you can use absolutely whatever kind of thing you like, if it's leather or this is a wool yarn that I love, or it could be something like this, your basic jute. What do they call this? Jute twine. This is a little scratchy. I think I bought this. It's Everbuilt brand, which tells me I probably bought it at Home Depot. And if I was making, and it also has some pieces where there's like big chunks of tree still in it. So if I was going to actually be making these, I would use a nicer jute than what I did with this Everbuilt. Okay, so let's use my waxed cord. Let me find the beginning of it. It's a big tangled mess. And I think I started with 18 inches. We may have some to cut off, but that's okay. 1. Okay, so that's about 18 inches right there. And basically what I did, let me get my beads closer. Okay, was I just threaded on, going every other one small, big, small, big. And you do want, you're going to have to feed this through twice, so you want the ones that have good holes on them. And you're going to be threading on 10. Okay, so let me think about this. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Just trying to remember. I made all of these this morning, and they were just so easy. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you get your 10 on in whatever size order, whatever you want, whatever color, all right? And then even your tails out so that they're about the same length. Scooch over. Okay, and then you can tie a knot however you like. You could do a double knot. I'm just gonna do this basic thing, you know, your regular knot, whatever that's called. Okay, do you see that? Okay, and then I'm going to use 2 small beads. This one you don't actually go back through. I don't know why I said that earlier. You can make these little tails as long or as short as you want. And also you could make the knots for the tails at different lengths or the exact same length. Just, I mean, it's just totally up to you. These are 2 different lengths basically. And then you're just gonna cut off the excess. Let me show you what this looks like on this black napkin. Pretty easy, 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 easy. You guys are probably thinking, Heidi, we don't need you to show us this. This is too basic. Okay, well, the next one is a little bit more complicated, although it's not complicated at all. But anyways, oh, they'd be super cute candle rings. Yes, Billy. And you know what? They would also be really cute hanging over a bottle of wine. Yeah. Okay, so then the last one I want to show you are ones that have a doodad, like this, or like this. These doodads came from the Dollar Tree this week, just in the crafting wood section, and they were $1 a piece, and all I did was cut. You know, I cut the twine off here. And then they don't, because they're from Dollar Tree, they don't have great holes in them. So you're just going to want to take your scissors to kind of make that opening a little bit bigger. See what I mean? And then you guys, you can, you could paint these, you could Mod Podge them with some napkins or scrapbook paper, you could stain them, you could gild them, the possibilities, and it could be any shape whatsoever. They also have this one, which is a little bit big. But it could be it could be those little wood tags. It could be any kind of little wood doodad. I just love the shape of these 2. So that's why I'm using those. And like I said, you could paint it black and then do a stencil on it or put a jewel on it, some bling, or, you know, paint it blue and then do little patches of gold leaf. I mean, the possibilities are just so completely endless with this. Okay, so to start on that one, we'll use this, where's the start of it? My wax cord again, because it's the easiest to work with. Here it is. Okay, and I think with these ones, I'm trying to remember how long I did it. Let's just guesstimate about 24 inches. And then we can cut off what we don't need, okay? So let me put my phone down and I'll show you how we make these. What do you guys think? Do you like this idea? I am all about things that are quick, easy, require no artistic abilities. Like I couldn't draw a picture of a dog to save my life or paint a sunset. You don't really even have to be crafty to do most of the crafts that I like. And I do like things that are just a little bit unusual. And so using these shapes from Dollar Tree on napkins and using little leather cording and stuff, that's a little different. And that's why I'm loving this craft. And they're super affordable. Probably, unless you're using these shapes, each napkin ring can be made for way less than $1, way less. Okay, so what you're gonna do to start this out, is you're going to just take whatever your material is, whether it's leather, twine, whatever it is, and you're going to find the middle of it, and you're going to poke that through the hole on your shape, and then just pull the tail through it. I haven't done anything to these shapes here, but like I said, you can make this your own deal, however you want to do that, okay? And then all we're going to do is just add the beads. Let's do some black ones, because I have my black ones out here somewhere. Let's do black and tan. And you're going to do about, let's see, what, about 10 again, roughly. Or if your napkins are really big and fat, then you might want to do more than 10 beads. Starting with the little ones. These black ones came off of a long garland that I bought at Hobby Lobby last year after Halloween was over. And it had, gosh, it had at least 100 pieces on each one, and they were marked down to like $3 a piece. So I could not resist them. So be looking for beads in things that are put together that you could cut apart if you wanted to use the beads individually. Okay, so this is what we have. There's 10 beads on each side. And I fiddled and fiddled and fiddled around with different ways to end this. I tried having to tie a knot and then tuck the tails inside the beads, and all of that just became too difficult. And I just decided that the easiest thing is just to tie a knot or do a square knot. And then you can cut your tails off. I obviously used way too much cording for that one, but think how cute this would be if, for example, you had left the front of this heart in the neutral color and you had painted the edges of it in black. Or if you left it all neutral, but you did some kind of a decoupage of a black and cream colored napkin over the front pieces. Or you stenciled it with polka dots, oh my gosh, or something like that, using black chalk paste. So that is basically it. One of the next things that I'm going to show you with beads, probably later this coming week, are, oh, and wait, there's one more I want to show you, but I'm going to show you how to dye your own beads, because right now I have some in the kitchen that are getting dyed navy blue. Because you guys know I'm so into, oh, you could monogram them. Yes, that would be an awesome idea, Carol. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, I was going to tell you that you could, that you can stain or paint your beads. And I have some in the kitchen that are navy blue that I've been working on. They're on a shish kebab spear that I don't have one handy. Over the top of a little piece of Tupperware. But basically all I did was pour some acrylic craft paint in navy blue into one of those red Solo cups. I added a little water. I got a plastic spoon. I threw a bunch of beads in there, stirred it up, used my shish kebab skewer, a skinny one, to skewer all of the beads that were dyed up. And then I just laid it over the top of a piece of Tupperware, and it's drying. So you can do that. You can also do these cute, where is it? Where did I put the one with the black and white? Oh, here it is. You could also use white beads, and then you can use a Sharpie marker to do dots or dashes or stars or whatever you wanted. So you could totally make these however you want. and that was that one. Here are the other ones that are this same style. This one I painted creamy ivory, and then I was just fiddling around with some stain on it. Here's just another real plain one. I do think I will do something fun to this to show you. I'll take pictures of it. Okay, the last one I want to show you is this. And it's essentially the same thing as this, except it has a tassel in the center. And you guys, I was thinking, hang on 2 seconds, and we'll make one, and we'll use one of those tassels that we've made several times using either a wine cork or a champagne cork as the tassel in the center. It's gonna be super cute, so hang on. Let's do this one. Now, if I was gonna do this for a real napkin ring, I might make my tassel a little bit smaller, but what the heck, let's give it a try. Okay, and I'm just gonna use what's on it right now. Do you guys remember we made these? I might see if I can dig out the link for the video. You can find it either on my YouTube account or here on this Facebook page. But okay, so let me put my camera down again, and I'll show you how we could do this kind of idea just with a tassel instead. And like I said, it might work better to have a smaller tassel. So you might not want to have a champagne cork in it. You might just want to roll up some paper. I don't know. Okay, when you're working with like jute like this, the ends get really fuzzy, and the easiest thing to do is to just make almost like a sewing needle out of a piece of clear plastic tape that you're just going to wind around the end of it. See what I mean? Didn't do a very good job on that. I didn't do a very good job on that one either. Okay, so let's just thread on. Let's do the black and white thing again. And let's do regular size beads. We're gonna do 5 on each side. This would be cute to hang, oh my gosh, this would be super cute hanging over like the little latch for a hutch or, you know, a cabinet. It could be, there's tons of things that you could do with this. On a wine bottle, on a package. What do you guys think about this idea? Do you like this? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to grab a couple more black ones. I see lots of hearts and thumbs going up. Does that mean that you guys like this project? I'm really enjoying everything that we've been doing with these beads lately. Okay, so this is what we have. This is so cute. Okay, I'm not going to use this for a, I could for a napkin ring, but I'm going to use it for something else. I don't know what, but look how cute that is, you guys. Okay, this is how most of my crafts evolve. They start out as one thing, and they end up something completely different. And I just have to tell you that I absolutely love the look of this. What do you guys think? Is that not the cutest thing ever? And this is just, in case you haven't seen that tutorial. Ooh, there's a lot of glue strings on it. It is just a few pages of some sheet music. It might have been marching band music, it might have been piano music, xylophone music, violin music, I don't even know what it was. And I just cut long slivers into it, but not all the way up to the top. It's about this long. And then you just glue them around, and inside of here is a champagne cork. And then when you're all done, I put a little piece of burlap and a ribbon on the top. Super duper easy. What do you guys think about that? This is so cute. Okay, Ruth says that she likes my shirt. Yes, this is the shirt that I made yesterday. This stencil's pretty darn cute, don't you think? I have 2 other t-shirts that I bought at the same time that were also $5 each from Target. One of them was in the men's department and the other 2 were in the ladies department. And I can't remember which one it was. It might have been this peach color that was in the men's department. Anyways, I love the fit of this t-shirt too. So I'm gonna be doing some more t-shirts in the next, I'll probably do one within the next week as soon as I get some new stencils from Maker Studio. And then I probably will do the black t-shirt that I have with white ink, and I'll use that Hocus Pocus stencil that's so silly. That's from Magnolia. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll do all those projects separate because I don't ever want to confuse you guys about what's what. So I try not to mix up products from different companies. And I do have 2 more companies that I'm going to be representing here in the very near future that I'm excited about. One is a bling company. And so I'll start, I know you guys have been asking me for bling for a while. And the other is a complete surprise. So I'll tell you, it doesn't have anything to do with, well, it kind of does have something to do with stencils, but it's not a competitor of any of the other companies that I represent. So I'm excited. I'm always looking for other craft projects so that we can expand our horizons and, you know, not always be doing the same things over and over. So just watch for news for that. And this was the last style. I'm going to hop off now and I'm going to take pictures of everything I have here. I'll try to stage it pretty. And I'll put those in these comments. I'm also going to give you guys the link to the place where I bought the my beads. It's just an Amazon dealer and there's hundreds of different ones. So I don't know that the one that I bought from is any more outstanding than any others. But just in case you want to buy the same beads that come in 3 sizes and you get 300 of them, I'll put that in these comments. And I'll also take pictures of this leather cording that I have so you guys can get an idea of what all that is. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. We do still have our, what am I calling them? Rolled rosette microfiber mop head flowers. We do still have those to do, but I don't think I'm going to get those done today. So be watching for that either tomorrow or the next day, as well as a bunch of other fun crafts that I have coming up. And feel free to sprinkle. Let me know if you have any questions. Hey, and if you guys have suggestions, I'm going to quit yakking in just a second. If you guys have suggestions for craft projects that you would like to do, send them to me. And if you're going to do that, you can put them here in the comments, but include a picture so I can get a visual for what the idea is. Because sometimes people give me ideas, but they don't, there's no picture or examples and I can't really visualize it. But I'm always looking for new craft projects that we can do here at DiyDreaming. Okie dokie. Have a wonderful rest of your day and I will see you later. Bye.